Yo, I'm gonna talk about a couple different things tonight. I'm gonna start it off talking about the importance of advocating for yourself and just listening to your intuition and what your body is telling you. All I gotta don't ever be afraid to get a second opinion or a third opinion when it comes to your health. What one doctor doesn't see, another will. Believe in what your body signals are telling you overall. I sensed I was being dismissed without concern, and that's exactly what happened with my orthopedic doctor. So when my leg was crushed, I have I'm talking a lot of hardware in my right lower leg, and something just has never felt quite right in the last 2 years. And I'm being told I'm healed and everything looks good, and I'm just like, well, but you're puzzled when it comes to me explaining how much pain I'm in. I was discharged and dismissed. Like, there's nothing else I can do for you. What function you have in your leg, that's it. Like, that's exactly what I was told. That I went from, he treated me for a whole year telling me I can get my hardware out of my leg. So I worked really hard pushing myself, trying to get strong enough for surgery. Not that I wanted another surgery, not that I wanted to be down again, but having this hardware in my leg has been excruciating every day. Every step is excruciating. And I know a lot of it is my body is rejecting foreign objects. And I do believe that if I had an external fixator, which is where they basically held my bones together with these bars out on the outside of my leg. 4 holes were drilled down in my bone, I'm doing some research that could have been left on for 6 months, and I would have never needed internal hardware. Like, there's more options than internal hardware, depending on your injury, of course. And there's just a lot that question has left a lot of sleepless nights. And I was so much in my head when I was being treated, and not to mention all the bad news that I just kept getting, I did not think to research this until after he gave me my final thing, like basically telling me whatever function I have in my leg now, this is as good as it gets. And then that's it. That's all he had for me. And he told me I could get my hardware out, come see him. So I went to see him. Then he tells me he's retiring in 2 weeks. So I need to make a decision. And it's really not a good idea to take any hardware out because the bone takes 8 months to fill in. And he never mentioned this in the whole year he treated me. When you're dealing with someone's life and you're supposed to be the expert, you absolutely should take it with more concern and not be so dismissive. And if you don't know an answer, don't make it seem like somebody shouldn't be in any pain or they're not. It's almost like you're trying to make it seem like they're making it up. I mean, everything you're told by a doctor who reads your x-rays, that everything looks good, the bone looks good, the hardware looks good, everything looks good, it's great. When this pain I'm experiencing with everything I do, and I just do it anyway because I'm tired, I'm not going to let anything keep me down permanently. Like, I'm going to move no matter what. Just like if I lay on my back, if I wake up on my back, it's like part of my body is like paralyzed. It doesn't work. It becomes really super tight and hurts and throbs. And I'm talking throbbing. That's what I experienced today. And yeah, I got, my emotions were everywhere. I was back like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to ever get any better because I can't even sleep on my back. And, I have a spinal doctor telling me, oh, everything looks fine. You're good to go. All your issues are your leg. When I had issues with my right leg before my accident. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like me and these couple of these doctors will be on the same page, and then they just switch their tune up. The one doctor totally gaslit me. My spine doctor told me, "Oh, you're fine. You don't need surgery. It's not rubbing against your nerve." So why is my sciatic nerve? Why was my right leg go numb and my back's in such bad condition where sometimes I can't even lift anything. If I lift anything and it's heavier than probably 5 pounds, it is excruciating to my body. It's not like that all the time. Sometimes I can carry stuff, but it definitely, when I'm carrying weight, I can't move as good when I'm carrying nothing. It is something that just I can't lift heavy things right now. And that's not normal. I'm being told these symptoms I'm having is age and this and that and all these things, and it's like, no, it's not. This is not normal. Should be what you normally see in someone my age. And I'm not lazy. I'm in pain. So I do the best that I can do each day. And anyway, so my orthopedic doctor, last I saw him, said my x-rays looked good. Everything looked good. Because I went to see him because my son shut my bottom part of my leg in the car door twice. I was cleaning up a mess of his, and he just shuts the door without looking, of course, slams it on my leg, and it has been, this was July, the summer. It still feels like somebody is shutting a car door on that part of my leg. And it is just, some days it is just unbearable. But like I said, I just go through it, and I'm just so used to it by now. I just try to tolerate it and tune it out. But some days it really gets to me where I get depressed, I cry, all I want to do is get up and move. It's not like I want to not, I'm not on disability because it's fun for me. It's the last thing in the world that I even wanted to admit that I was disabled. I didn't even file right away because I was still in denial and still pushing myself to get up and go. And the way they may make it sound is like, you should be grateful. They don't usually give it to people your age and this and that. It's like, yeah, I should be grateful that I get a very limited income that isn't enough. Everything's so expensive, and it's like, I should be grateful that basically disability is money that I paid into already. And secondly, it's my money. I should be grateful I'm getting my money that I should have been paid for, because it's just kind of sad that we're all at one accident away from losing everything. I'm in debt because of some medical bills and stuff like that I didn't even cause. And I've got some debt that is something that I've caused. But it's like, this shouldn't be this hard to get answers and to get established in life. It's rigged. And then, like I said, you have doctors that tell you one thing and then tell you, oh, you're good to go. There's nothing wrong with you, when there's clear signs that there is something going on. So, like I said, the importance of advocating for yourself and speaking up for yourself. And if one doctor doesn't give you the answers, you go find another one. And another one. And another one. So you're going to get somebody like today. This doctor, I told him what was going on. And he ends up telling me that he was not the right doctor for me to see. He is a sports medicine doctor. I need a trauma surgeon. He's not a surgeon. Yeah, and so, but he still sat with me. He could have dismissed me. He could have just sent me on my way, but he took the time to still sit down with me, hear my concerns, and help me the best way that he could for today. And I got some answers. He took a look at my x-rays that my last orthopedic doctor took and told me that some things don't look quite right at all. And I'm now on the right path to figuring out some answers, and I may be able to get this out after all. Even though it's going to be a long recovery still, to me it's worth the shot. And I may still have to have spinal surgery. No, I don't want people poking and prodding, but I want answers. I stopped trying to seek them because I did get frustrated. And who wants to keep seeing a bunch of doctors and accumulating all these bills? No, but I want somebody to treat me like a human being, like I was treated today. He listened so intently, so intense, and he listened to my concerns. And I even told him, I'm not here to badmouth anybody. I'm not here to get anybody for neglect. But I do feel like I was dismissed and discharged ready for work. And I mean, it brought tears in my eyes when I was explaining the pain. Because it's like I'm being discharged and told I'm completely fine by doctors when I know I'm not. I'm not okay. It's not normal to be in this much pain all over my body constantly. Something is going on. I'm not, like I told him, I'm not even asking for pain pills. I don't want to be on a bunch of pain pills and medications. I want to figure out what's going on so I can do what I need to do. If it's strengthening, if it's continuing on, if it's getting this hardware out, or I need to know if I just need to deal with what I'm dealing with. Or is something underlining going on? All I have to say is the importance of standing up for yourself. And what one person can't see, another person will see. And again, it goes back to your intuition. Intuition wins every time. Listen to it. Over everybody else. Listen to your intuition and what your body is telling you. There's an issue, there's an issue. But this is how I know I'm growing too before I switch to my confessional, is that I'm having a brain fart. Is old me would be so upset and be so outraged at my other doctor and that he's missed something and everything. But I'm not. I am just relieved. I was so happy that I was heard and that I'm going to get some answers and that I'm on the right path to figuring out and all these unanswered questions that have kept me up for so long. Sleepless nights, wondering, praying, you name it. I've been going through it. So many tears. And I'm finally on the other side of it. And like I said, when you can't carry yourself, you allow that faith that you've built and created. Faith is built and created. It's not prayed for. But I didn't mean it like that. Like, you can still pray. You pray for strength. You can pray for that. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant you can't just sit down and be like, you still have to do the work of growing as a person and, you know, being able to self-regulate yourself or come up with those techniques to self-regulate yourself. And sometimes, yeah, we can't see the light. That is, but when you can't see the light, that just means it's you. But that's why connections, healthy connections, also obviously are so important. So when you can't see it, your people have your back, so you don't hit the ground. But at the same time, if you don't have that, if you have people who don't, or you don't have anyone, your faith that you create will catch you and carry you and make you feel like you can fly and do anything. Now I'm going to switch to my confessional and just confess some things that I've done and been convicted of. I've got 2 DUIs. Not proud of it. One of them was in April. It's actually the same. It's kind of interesting how actually on April 4th in 2017, I got a DUI. I was had a kid-free night. I hadn't had one in a while. I was moving in with my cousin, and she was, like, hey, go ahead, go have fun. And I had too much to drink at who this person was supposed to be my best friend / brother. Ended up having too much to drink and got really dizzy and sick, so I tried to sleep it off, and I woke up to him with his penis in my face and him touching me. So I freaked out, got in my car. I'd been sleeping for a few hours at this point. It was the middle of the night, and I was going to go home early in the morning before my daughter got, so I could take her to school. And I woke up to that, and I got in my car, pure adrenaline. I'd already been a victim of sexual assault multiple times and been in a lot of weird situations where I got violated. So talk about, I'm not even kidding. Like, it was an automatic response. I just got behind the wheel of the car and was, I should have pulled over. Yeah, I was completely irresponsible. I never should have drank the amount I was drinking, but that just goes to show you shouldn't use alcohol to cope. I didn't have a regulation. I didn't have any of that stuff. I wasn't like, I didn't drink every day, but when I drank hard because I was using it as a coping mechanism. And usually I would stay at home and do it. I wasn't somebody that was frequently out drinking and driving. None of that stuff. But this particular night, I did, I flipped an ambulance. Thank God nobody in the ambulance was hurt. I was. Last thing I remember is coming after the crash, I was like the cop is so angry. He's like, it smells like a brewery in here. And I'm trying to tell him I was just trying to tell him I wasn't trying to get out of anything, but I was just trying to tell him like it wasn't what they thought it was. Like, I'm not some drunken driver, some drunk that's just out driving. I remember saying, I'm trying to get away from him. I'm trying to get away from him. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he treated me so poorly. He made me blow into the breathalyzer, and my body went into shock from there. And that's when I was talking about, I feel like that was when heaven and hell was arguing over me. I just remember hearing these voices say, we don't want her. We can't take her. And then like a really loud voice said, we aren't done with you yet. And it pushed me back into my body. Like, I remember seeing myself on the table where they shocked me. I got shocked twice. Once in the ambulance after the cop made me blow because my head smashed the windshield. Wouldn't completely smash it, but it made a huge dent in it. There was like a huge, I cracked that. I cracked it, and there was like a dent of my forehead in it. And so he should have never made me blow into that. So when he did, my body went into shock. And then that's been a huge one for me to get over. It's not that I don't forgive myself. I'm just not proud of it, you know. And it just goes to show, the importance of growing as a person and healing and going to therapy. Highly suggest the EMDR therapy. It took so many tragedies and so many mistakes. And like I said, learning by fire for me to get where I'm at today. And I'm not trying to be like I'm not better than anybody. I'm just trying to help people save time and not get caught up. Because once you start getting charges and stuff, I was already had one strike when I got a felony when I was in my 20s. For something that I really didn't do. And, in this time, it's hard. It's really hard. I was coping very unhealthily. But it weighs on you. All the bullshit jobs I had to take after my felony, I was angry. Yes, I was angry. And I felt like my life was stolen. My childhood was stolen. My teenage years were stolen. My adult years were stolen. So, yes, I did turn to alcohol. And I'm just here to say no matter how angry you are, there is another way. And I was very angry. I could dive into that too, but just all the abusive bosses I worked for, like I said, I've seen somebody get shot in front of me. I've been in drive-bys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff weighs a toll on you. I had no idea what CPTSD was and any of that stuff. Anxiety, depression. I was battling this stuff all by myself, and I was functioning pretty good. But like I said, you get to a point where you start really destroying yourself. And I stopped drinking for a while after that. I was on this like breathalyzer thing that kept reading me positive for alcohol, and I'd stopped. So that was stressful. I was getting violated for something I wasn't even doing. And then after I got off of that, I was just still so angry. I didn't take my therapy session. I had to take these classes. I didn't take anything seriously. I did take my I had to do a group therapy. That was really good. That was like the start of my recovery. My real recovery. And then my birthday of 2018, I got my second DUI. I broke my daughter's heart first time. I missed the first DUI I got. It was her spring break. We were supposed to be at a hotel. It broke me. I think part of not forgiveness is forgiving yourself for your mistakes. And like I said, I just carried around so much that I just I was angry at the system. I was angry at so I just I only drank on my birthday because I was still like, woo, my birthday, and after this second DUI, I haven't celebrated my birthday the same since. I don't even care about my birthday anymore. And it's like I'm not proud of it. And even though it was some BS and I did pay somebody to be my DD and take me home, I woke up to them abandoning me. I did not know they had a warrant. And I woke up, I was asleep in my car on the side of the road. And because my keys were in the ignition and the car was running, I was in the passenger seat. I got charged. And I do take full responsibility because I was on probation and out on bond, so I never should have been drinking to begin with, regardless of my birthday. I just do what you're supposed to do. Follow. If you're on probation, just do what you're supposed to do. And get healthy. Please get healthy. Like I said, I really did learn by fire, and I might cry after this because I'll never forget my daughter's cries when I had to call her from jail and tell her I didn't know when I was coming home. I will never forget her cries. And then, I got on house arrest. House arrest was cool, but then when I got the second one, that was when I got sent to work release for 4 months over a technicality that wasn't even true. And, like I said, please be healthy. Please, if you've experienced, please acknowledge. Please become aware of your issues. And please, 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 please stop coping in unhealthy ways. Choose healthy choices. I was so messed up. I wish I could go back. Because I could have really hurt somebody. I'm thankful that the only person that got hurt was me. And, I did end up hurting my daughter because I went to jail a few times. And that woke me up. I haven't had a drink. Well, I have. I've had actually, I had a drink on Thanksgiving. That's been the first drink I've actually had, and I didn't even finish it. But alcohol and everything's just not the same to me because it's just frustrating. Jobs that you could have had that are making really good money, but that felony just stops you from everything. It was auto theft. When you get a theft on your record, good luck. Like I said, it was so frustrating. And it's like I said, you lose even though you don't go to jail for 10 years, it's an automatic 10 years off your life. It's hard to find housing when you have a felony. Like they say there's rehabilitation and this and that, but it's like you have to accept scum. You have to accept the scraps, and that's bullshit. You paid your debts to society, as long as you're showing signs that you've changed as a person and this and that, and you show up to work and you do your job every day, and you physically live healthy lifestyle, make healthy lifestyle choices every day. That should be it. It's mind-blowing to me. Like I said, I'm addressing these issues, and just me talking about it on here is only my first step. Like, this is just practice. I don't plan on stopping till I get to the people at the top of the mountain to have a conversation, because the way these systems are built is completely wrong. It should not be this hard for people. Shouldn't. It's like, oh, and you get mad at the criminals and the people who commit fraud and stuff like that. And it's like, no. Apartment approvals and stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to personally do stuff like that. But it's like, what else? What other choice do you give people? Do you think people are welcome? People don't have. Some people don't have people they can. Like, thankfully that my, life was already kind of a mess from an accident, that I, can stay with my family. Even though it's not an ideal situation, I'm just thankful that me and my kids have a stable roof over our head, regardless of it's getting better, just because I'm letting go of things that I shouldn't have to let go of. But yes, the only way for me to be healthy is to choose to make healthy choices in my lifestyle and deal with things in my own way. In that faith that regardless of even my mistakes. I've paid my debts to society, and I've changed as a person. So like I said, if anybody wants to use any of this information that I'm sharing as fuel to try to hold something over me, I'm removing that power from you. You know, my brother was really weird with me as a kid. He used to do things, take me to the bathroom and make me do something that I can't even say out loud. I had to get on the stand and tell it when my sentencing hearing. And I'm not even kidding you. When I was talking, I had the court reporter in tears. I had damn near the whole courtroom in tears. Even the probation department head, like the judge didn't even want to give me time at all. But he said, I can't give you a free pass. And I didn't want a free pass. I just didn't want what the prosecutor was offering me. Basically, if I didn't take their plea, they were going to suspend my license for, I think, a year or something like that. I can't remember. And I took my chance with the judge, and I got like 3 months house arrest, and I did get some community service and stuff like that. And I'm thankful that, you know, I don't try to judge people, but all I can say is do not cope unhealthily. Please, please, please find other techniques or watch my videos. I will help you through it. But it's like all the things that I've learned and the things that I've done, you know, I want to go around helping others so they don't make the same mistakes. Because going through the system, once you're in the system, oh my God, it is just the worst. So that's why I love taking on these kids, and I love taking on people, because if they're lost, they're one of the forgotten ones, or, you know, I want to help them, because I'm telling you, if you get in that system, you can kiss 10 years of your life away, or you'll be working really crappy jobs, dealing with abusive bosses, and that will take such a toll on your mental health. It's gonna take great strength and faith to get through. And I'm gonna keep it there, you know. And if I lose some subscribers because of this, because of the judgment, you know, I'm expecting that, because I can't please everybody. But again, I'm just here for awareness on what not to do, and to take this as a sign that if you're struggling right now, you do have the power to stop. You are not powerless over anything. All you have to do is find the root of why you do the things that you do. Why you choose addiction in any capacity. Why can you face the person in the mirror? I couldn't. Absolutely couldn't. All I saw in the mirror was marks that were left on me from other people, and violations and filthiness and disgusting. So it's like anything that someone can judge me for, I've already judged myself. I have one of the harshest critics that I've battled with my whole life. So it's like, say what you want, do what you do. It's not going to affect me. The only thing that can affect me is myself and my harsh critic that I battle with. Feels good though to get that out there, be transparent with my subscribers. I love all of y'all, and I hope this helps and brings some awareness. Choose healthy choices. And remember, step 1 is belief in self. Step 2, practice a pause. Practice a pause. Sometimes you may need to practice a pause for a few days before you make a decision. That's okay. Step 3, promote gut health and brain function, balanced diet, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, all of it. Step 4, listen to me. I'm just playing. I haven't really worked on step 4 yet, but I'm just trying to be a guiding light and bring awareness to everything and maybe help others see that they need to remove that shame. It's time to put that shame down. Put it down. It's not going to get you anywhere. Your faith will, and your step 1, belief in yourself that you can and you will. All right, I'm out.